Heather, it's video you're only going to see right here on this station. An Oklahoma man's wild run from the law.
Went from around the area of I-40 and MacArthur all the way over to Southwest 51st and Western.
Tonight, a chase that crisscrossed yards and included a run-in with dogs, why the suspect was trying to get away. Plus, free ride, how a new proposal would let certain people drive Oklahoma's turnpikes, all at no cost. And the debate over rising drug prices reaches Washington. What drug executives are saying about lowering those costs. It's all right now at 5.
You're watching Oklahoma's News 4 at 5.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us at this hour. I'm Eli Roberts.
And I'm Heather Holman. Temperatures are in a free fall across Oklahoma. And now there's concern about ice turning roads into some skating rinks, maybe some bridges.
And it is a genuine concern. And for more on all of this, let's get you over to Mike Morgan in the Fort Warren Storm Center for what we can expect tonight.
Well, Eli, temperatures are below 32 outside. Arctic air is in place metro-wide, and moisture is going to start to increase later tonight and throughout the day tomorrow. It is ingredients for slick areas. I'm going to talk about that. Traveler's advisory is in effect. Let's show you what's going on right now. Our storm trackers are out, and we have cloudy skies and wind chill factors in the upper teens to near 20 here in Oklahoma City. Let's first off check out Enid up in northern Oklahoma. Mike Bennett, northern Oklahoma. There's a little light, very light freezing mist from time to time. Our storm tracker up around Enid, 412 here, and then Oklahoma City here with Kevin Josephy checking out the afternoon drive as well. Get a little bit of light freezing mist. There he is cleaning the lens, and we've got cloudy skies and light freezing drizzle in progress. So far the roads are fine, but I would anticipate as moisture increases later tonight, we're going to see more slick areas. Notice 27, 28, 29 degrees, so we're quite a few degrees below 32, and that Arctic air isn't going anywhere the rest of the night. Here's your afternoon drive, just a little glimpse here. Slowdowns on 235 near 23rd Street near the Capitol in downtown Oklahoma City, but north winds bringing down that cold Arctic air. I'm going to paint this area red this evening for increasing freezing drizzle that may generate some slick spots between now and 10 o'clock in the red, 29 at 10 right here in Oklahoma City. Here's the traveler's advisory, a pretty good part of our state, all of central, most of western, all of northern Oklahoma, as well as southern and eastern Kansas. Traveler's advisory, again, that includes the entire Oklahoma City metro. Eli and Heather will talk about this. Bridges, overpasses, exposed surfaces, elevated surfaces. That's going to be the real trouble spot. I'll detail that, and I'll have that timeline coming up.
Thank you, Mike. And now to that wild police chase you saw play out live right here on News 4 this morning. Air Comfort Solutions Chopper 4 in the air when the suspect jumped out of his SUV and ran. Things quickly came to an end in a southwest Oklahoma City neighborhood. There, the suspect gave up, but not before dodging a few obstacles in his attempt to get away.
And now we're learning more about exactly what led to this chase. News 4's Kelly Rouliard is on the story tonight and knows exactly how all of this went down. Kelly.
Eli, Heather, police say it all started in a hotel parking lot on a traffic stop off I-40 and MacArthur, but it ended here off Southwest 51st and Western. Now you can still see some of the debris from where the suspect crashed behind me. Neighbors who didn't want to go on camera told me it was terrifying.
They were attempting to stop the vehicle originally for traffic charges, but later learned that the vehicle was reported stolen out of Oklahoma City about 10 days ago.
Police say Juan Enriquez was driving a white GMC Yukon that was reported stolen. He led police on a 9-minute chase that ended with a crash at Southwest 51st and Western.
That's where the suspect wrecked out and actually hit 2 vehicles. Unfortunately, one of the occupants of one of those vehicles was injured and transported to a local hospital.
Police did not say how bad that person was hurt. As for Enriquez, he was not injured. In fact, he managed to run away, hop a few fences in a nearby neighborhood, and run away from 2 dogs. Eventually, he stopped in the backyard of a home, laid down, and surrendered. Police say the 2 women who were with him were also handcuffed a short time later.
Now, the 2 female passengers, they face complaints of possession of a stolen vehicle and leaving the scene of an injury accident.
It turns out this isn't Enriquez's first run-in with the law. He was recently convicted of domestic abuse and has a prior drug charge. Police say situations like this are always dangerous for the public as well as the officers.
These people pose a risk to the public by running from officers. It's something that officers want to be able to end as quickly as possible, and this situation, unfortunately, one citizen was injured by this suspect's decision to run from officers, but fortunately it wasn't worse.
Enriquez and the 2 female passengers are being held at the Oklahoma County Jail on multiple charges. Live in South Oklahoma City, Kelly Rolliard, Oklahoma's News 4.
Thank you, Kelly. And new information for you today about another police chase. We brought this to you as breaking news early this morning. The chase started in Norman and wound its way to southwest Oklahoma City, where police used stop sticks to get that driver to surrender. It turns out the person behind the wheel right here, an escapee from a Metro halfway house. Jason Jones walked away from the Carver Center last November. He's now in the county jail facing a long list of new charges.
And on Crime Watch tonight, an Oklahoma man is found shot to death outside of his home. Deputies in Pottawatomie County are now investigating exactly what happened. They say 60-year-old Harry Vinosdell Jr. was found dead on Sunday evening on White Oak Road. For those who don't know, that is just south of Highway 9 and west of Bethel Road. Deputies say the victim was shot in the chest and arm. So far, no arrests have been made. If you know anything that could help authorities crack this crime, call the Pottawatomie County Sheriff's Office right now. And also tonight, Oklahoma City police hope new pictures will help them solve a rather unusual theft. Authorities released these images today. Police say they show a man stealing cables from a cell phone tower on Oklahoma City's southwest side. We're told that the suspect was able to get to the tower by cutting a hole in the chain link fence surrounding it. If you recognize that guy, call the cops.
And now to that massive fire that gutted 2 historic buildings in downtown Guthrie. Fire investigators now say they cannot pinpoint the exact cause. Damage from the weekend inferno is estimated at $3 million. The fire destroyed Furrow Flowers along with well-known musician Byron Berline's Double Stop Fiddle Shop. Several other musicians are now stepping up to help. A fundraising concert will take place March 31st and in Oklahoma City's Tower Theater. And at the Capitol, lawmakers are considering a measure which would let certain Oklahomans drive on turnpikes for free. House Bill 1271 would allow veterans who are at least 60% disabled to get on a turnpike without ever paying a toll. The proposal would impact 56,000 veterans. It's estimated the bill would cost the Turnpike Authority $3 million per year. The measure has received overwhelming support and recently passed out of a House committee.
Tonight, a passenger train has finally reached its destination, but it got there 37 hours later. The train runs daily from Seattle to LA, and on Sunday, it hit a downed tree. Passengers were originally told the delay would last just 2 hours, but that was wrong. The delay turned into nearly 2 days. Snow and power outages made rescue efforts even more difficult than they already were, and to make things worse, supplies on that train were running low. Passengers say food was scarce. We turn out to Washington, where on Capitol Hill, there was lively testimony over rising drug prices. Members of the Senate Finance Committee grilled executives from 7 major pharmaceutical companies. Each one said their company plays some role in lowering prices. Lawmakers say it is now time for drug makers to step up and make a change.
You'll find most members of Congress are sick and tired of the blame game. It's time then for solutions.
Each company represented said they want to reduce prices in some capacity. The CEO for Sanofi added that they don't know the exact reason why costs are rising, but they said it's time to take a comprehensive look. Officials with drug maker Eli Lilly were not at today's hearing. They represent a large portion of the market for insulin. Costs of that drug have been rising, and it's unclear why representatives from Eli Lilly were not at the testimony today. And that's a look at the news from the Sky Center. Heather, back to you.
All right, Eli, thanks. Well, an Oklahoma boy receives an unusual medical diagnosis.
And the surgeon was very surprised. He has not seen this before.
His fight with a cancer most children have never faced, and the team cheering him on every step of the way when we come back.
Okay.
Okay.
Meaning overnight?
What if you work the night shift?
I don't know, what if? It'll be gradually getting worse overnight.
1 minute left of the break.
Welcome back. He is not your typical patient for so many reasons.
A young boy born in Haiti, but now with loving Oklahoma parents, is fighting a disease that 99% of the time only affects adult patients. Tara Bloom has his story in today's Kids with Courage.
13-year-old Bo McDonald loves having the hot hand, whether it's competing at sequence with his 3 older siblings or getting a clear shot past his younger brother. Bo didn't start with a winning hand, however. He was an orphan in Haiti, adopted when he was 2 by Norman pastor Andrew McDonald and his wife Christy.
He's a happy kid. He likes to be around people. He likes to play sports, but he just, wherever he is, he's happy.
With 5 kids, the McDonalds know stomach bugs happen. But last summer, Bo experienced continuing agony that eventually led to surgery and a diagnosis 13-year-olds really don't hear: colon cancer.
And the surgeon was very surprised. He has not seen this before, and he's done thousands of surgeries. So it was surprising.
Most of the colon cancer experts say we have no other research except what's being done in adults, so treat it the way you would an adult.
And 1, 2, 3. Dr. Joel Thompson from Jimmy Everest Cancer Center says childhood colon cancer is a largely unexplored field. Fortunately, surgery repaired Bo's colon, and 9 months of follow-up chemotherapy is tackling the cancer that spread to lymph nodes in his abdomen.
We have an uphill fight ahead of us. There is a chance for cure, but it's going to be a fight to get there.
Did you say fight? Well, there are some people in Norman who are familiar with that, from the Sooner football field or from Norman North High School, where students raised over $217,000 for the McDonalds. Everywhere Bo turned, more love and selfies.
I want him to be happy, and which is easy for him. He is a happy kid. I know that he knows that God loves him and our family loves him.
And that love is also at Jimmy Everest Cancer Center, where his team is cheering him on through uncharted waters.
He's got a wicked sense of humor, and he's just a happy, sports-loving, go-get-him type of kid.
Tara Bloom, Oklahoma's News 4.
And Bo's final chemotherapy treatment is in late March, and he'll undergo scans every few months to ensure the cancer doesn't return. Now, the McDonalds, his adoptive family, found Bo's biological mother in Haiti last year, who'd been forced by poverty to give him to an orphanage for care. She's encouraged him through FaceTime to win his fight and find his dreams here in the U.S. If you'd like to help kids like Bo fight cancer, consider donating to jecfriends.org. He has a loving biological family and a loving adoptive family here at home.
Yeah,
what a
what
lucky
moving
guy.
Story. Well, If the weather, and you thought winter was completely out of the way, if you thought that it was going to get better, too bad, because it sounds like we have some really bad news coming from Mike Morgan.
Wow.
Too bad.
Mike, what you got for us today?
Golly. Well, March 1st is just around the corner. I think that's what you're talking about, Eli. It should be getting warmer. We have several waves of ice. One is tonight and tomorrow. The next is over the weekend, and snow, too, for some Oklahoma.